Okay, we're done with that. Anyway, chat, let's talk about, did Gunna snitch? There's a lot of opinions out there. I even presented my case before, wherein we're going to review the documents. Actually, I think that's super important. All of Gunna's statements, because again, he made 2 statements, or it was like a couple paragraphs at least, and there were some conflicting things in there. The bad thing that he did necessarily was that he accepted, or he signed the paper claiming that YSL is a gang and a label, and that's where the RICO charge comes from. So if it was just a label, that would mean that there cannot be any RICO charge, since what does RICO stand for again? RICO charge meaning, I'm pretty sure it has to be like a criminal organization. Yeah, that's what it is. So if there's no criminal organization that is like YSL, then there would be no Young Thug still involved. So that's where I think people are claiming that Gunna is a snitch, and it's somewhat justifiable. And then also, I believe Young Thug got 4 new charges, although I don't think that they're related to the RICO charges at all. It's like drag racing, speeding, just things that have to do with like vehicles. But Gunna's out, so people are asking, why is he out and nobody else? So let's go back to the Gunna statements. Gunna released WSB TV. They have his statements right here. Gunna's next album finna be fire. Yo, he's got to do something. Like, they need to do some crisis management for his PR team as to like how, because he's getting disrespected right now. All the street people are coming out saying that he snitched, when again he claimed that he didn't testify. Now in the document it says that he has to testify, but he can plead the 5th. So that means that he doesn't have to incriminate himself, but he does have to testify. I want to see in the in the statement if he said that he hasn't testified or if he's not going to. Let's see. Testify. Okay. While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness or against any party in any case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. So he's saying that he has not agreed to testify, but he might, he's definitely, I'd say like 75% chance going to be called upon in the trial, because he was in the car with Young Thug with probably hella Vicodin, which was the hydrocodone that was in the car, and Gunna said, yo, that wasn't mine. So if only 2 of them are in the car, then like who else was it, right? So he will have to come on and say something. Now I believe if you are like, if you're in the court and you're testifying, you know, you have your hand on the Bible. Now he might be fucking Mormon or some shit. I don't know if they use the Bible. He might be Muslim. He might be haram, right? I actually don't even know what haram means. I just see all the Andrew Tate dick riders be talking about that shit. But he has to speak the truth. So if he lies about anything, the only thing that he does not have to say is if they want him to incriminate himself. So he might be fucked. He just said that he has not agreed to testify. That doesn't mean that he's not going to. So if he's not a snitch right now, he might end up having to be a snitch. And it's just unfortunate they're putting 2 like brothers together, YSL and Gunna. And you're saying if there's a trial. Nah, there is going to be a trial with Young Thug. We literally saw him. There's even a video that we posted where there was like somebody was posting like legit porn. I can't show it because obviously I don't want to get banned off YouTube and Instagram or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, Young Thug is probably he's probably sitting there like fucking Squidward, like, yo, wait, how the fuck did this dude get out? And I'm still chilling here. But in all reality, I feel like Young Thug's an OG. Like, he wants his sons, like, I'm pretty sure Young Thug isn't even actually that much older than Gunna, but he just seems like he's wise, you know, like he's got the OG influence to him, like Future and whatever, Drake. Like he's a class ahead of everybody, multiple classes in fact. So I feel like he might even want Gunna to get out of jail so he can live a life, because again, Gunna was just rapping. I can't see him doing any crimes. Bro is built like a fucking cheeseburger. He probably, when he's running away from whatever cops, you know, he's rolling down a hill. He can't be running, man. Young Thug is literally a bank. He'll stretch this as far as he can. Yeah, that's true. But the thing about the government is, you saw them printing the money and causing inflation the past couple years. So I mean, who's got more money, the government or Young Thug? Yo, the government does. But I feel you, like Young Thug's got so much money, he can get the best lawyers. I mean, look what Gunna's lawyer got him out of. Bro, he was on RICO charges and he got out scot-free. Young Thug going to plead guilty. He not going to trial, just trying to make his case weaker. True. Yeah, I think honestly they got Young Thug. But the thing about Young Thug is they got the phone call with him saying some shit about like killing another individual and like actually telling people to do a crime, where Gunna, like, he was just repping YSL in music videos, on his chain, and talking about it, right? So Gunna didn't really do anything. He was just affiliated with the label, and then that's what he had to do. He had to disown the gang and just say, yo, I wasn't part of that shit. I know that they were doing illegal activities, which kind of threw Young Thug under the bus. Granted, I believe he just signed that document. He didn't necessarily say it, but if you sign something, that means you verify it. So technically, if you ask me, that's dry snitching, but you gotta do what you gotta do, bruh. You gotta do what you gotta do. So, phone evidence thrown out today. Oh shit, okay. You're right, because I believe I talked about it a couple weeks ago. Some of the evidence was, and I'm not sure if this particular evidence is in question, but some of the evidence was illegally obtained, and therefore the court and the prosecution cannot use it. And then any arguments or conclusions derived from this evidence have to be thrown out as well. So that's why Young Thug, that's why he pays the lawyers. That's what these lawyers do when they're like max salary. They find all the little loopholes, even if they know you fucking did it, but they basically eliminate all the proof that you did it. So, man, I just feel bad for Young Thug. The lawyers are the real thugs. Yeah, I saw what y'all were saying online, not y'all, but like on the internet, that low key Gunna's lawyer fucked him, at least PR wise. I mean, Gunna had to sign off on it again. He had to know going in that he was gonna be called a snitch for signing the papers about the gang versus the label, and then also confirming that there were illegal activities going on with YSL, the gang. But I don't know, maybe he was I don't know. I just feel like he had to be. But the lawyer, maybe he schmoozed Gunna to believe like, yo, you want to do this, because that just gives his lawyer more money because when you represent an artist such as Gunna or a famous individual, that's like a billboard, bro. It's like people who are trying to get out of jail, not even necessarily rappers, but like people who are in similar situations or with laundering or whatever, all these rich people, they're going to be looking at, okay, what other celebrities or rich people or what lawyers are they using? Because we need somebody who has a high success rate with these types of cases. I don't think he expected that video to be taken. It was like illegally filmed. Anyway, that's why he pulled out personal statements. Yeah, you're right. I think he put out the personal statement to essentially nullify everything that the signed document says. So he kind of went in trying to stop the snitch allegations before they happened, but I think they already got out the box. I mean, even 6ix9ine spoke on it. I think it's a totally different situation. Like, 6ix9ine is actually a snitch. He was actually involved in the crimes. Like, he was shooting, or maybe not necessarily shooting, but he put a hit on somebody on fucking video. And he hired his own gang. I can't even remember what they're called, but like the people in New York, he hired somebody to do a crime. So he was being like the leader of the gang in this scenario, and he was funding them to have them as security because he was talking so much shit online. And when you fund it, you're buying the drugs indirectly, you're buying all the guns, you're paying for all of that. So it's a totally different situation. Gunna was just a rapper. I mean, I don't know to the extent of what type of criminal Gunna is, but I just doubt it. He's more of like the pill popping rapper, not necessarily the rapper that's out in the streets, although he may have been from Atlanta in the very beginning. So it's there's definitely levels to this snitching thing, but I don't understand like how people don't understand that. They think it's so black and white, like you're a snitch or you're not. I mean, I understand there's like a little bit dry snitching what Gunna did, but I really hope, and you know that these rappers and just people, TK is tweeting from jail, right? So I would hope that Gunna and Young Thug were somewhat in communication to, and I know like they're not allowed to be, that it's against the law, that it would not hurt Young Thug's case. Or maybe Gunna is talking to his lawyer and that lawyer is talking to Young Thug's lawyer. That's also illegal. I just hope so. But DJ Vlad spoke on this actually, because another person, I think it was Lil Duval, said that nobody should be calling Gunna a snitch if Young Thug isn't calling Gunna a snitch. And I kind of agree. And then who makes all these fucking rules? And again, I think Young Thug is the one, because if you're saying statements in a court of law and if Young Thug ends up, it doesn't affect his case at all, like it's not snitching, because the whole point of snitching is that you're ratting out your peers in the same crime, or you're just ratting out other people who are doing a crime even though you had no relation to it. But if Young Thug, it doesn't affect the case whatsoever, then it's not really snitching. It's kind of just like you're getting out scot-free, right? But anyway, here it is. Lil Duval tweeted, "Nobody should pin snitch on Gunna unless thugs say it, but until Young Thug is either free or sentenced, he can't speak on Gunna because that will be witness intimidation, since Gunna is now a witness on record in Young Thug's RICO case." See, that's what I'm saying. He's gotta be a they're gonna get him to testify if there is a case, if Young Thug does not plead guilty, which he likely will. He's just trying to lower the charges for sure. He had another take. "Here's my take on Gunna. In exchange for getting out, he confirmed YSL is a criminal gang. That's what we said. That's kind of throwing Young Thug under the bus. Instead, he was in a car with Young Thug when they found drugs and guns, and they didn't belong to him. This will likely be used by the DA to convict other YSL members." Oh, fuck. God. So we'll just have to see. But we're not going to hear anything from Young Thug about if Gunna's a snitch or anything related to the case until the case is over. Because anything he says, I don't know if y'all have been witnessing this, but with the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion case, because Megan and Tory both said shit, mostly Megan online, because she was trying to get like sympathy points. You know, if she got shot, like whatever. I'm not trying to take a side here, but the more you say, the more it can be used against you in court, or similar to this, like it could be witness intimidation or whatever it is. But yeah, nobody knows. In conclusion, we need Thug to really speak on it. If he says he's not a snitch and Young Thug gets out scot-free, or I feel like he's gonna get out on a lesser charge potentially because he got good lawyers. Hopefully he's not in there. I would not accept it at all. Like if I were him, because he's probably being, how many years is he facing? I think it's like a lot, at least like 20. I would think, or I would personally spend my whole entire bank account the whole YSL bank account, I'd even go counterfeit some money from Zimbabwe or some shit. I'd hire a whole team to be scamming every single underground artist for features, because you need every single penny to get out of that shit. I'm sorry, you need it. Dude, you keep saying about the statements. Just because Gunna said, I didn't agree to this, he agreed to other shit, which was that that YSL is a gang and that they did criminal activity. That's all he needed to say to basically pin Young Thug, because Young Thug is seen as the leader of YSL, whether it's a label or a gang. But if YSL is a gang that Gunna just confirmed, that means he's the leader of that, because he is a co-founder that the other co-founder confirmed as well. And if that gang is doing criminal activity, which again Gunna confirmed, then all that criminal activity is going to be pinned on Young Thug. Here's what I'm saying. Gunna didn't snitch. He's related to Freemason, which is how he got his charges dropped. Nah, you crazy, bro. You crazy. All I'm gonna say now is he should drop a first day out video, music video. That will be the hardest thing ever. Explain the situation, but I know that he can't explain the situation until Young Thug is out, because that might hurt his case, like if he says any more. So maybe if he uses some hardcore metaphors or similes or something, I'd be down for it. Do it on a Wheezy beat real quick, shit would go hard. And I know everybody been trying to get some Gunna actually Gunna had some features while he was in jail, so I'm not watching no fucking Freemason. That's just a conspiracy, bro.